Yo friends, Kenji's back again for some more drafting here on Magic Online. We've got some more Brothers War drafting ahead of us, and we're going to jump right in. Vintage Cube will be coming up in the next week or two, so you can expect some of that. But for now, some more Bro. And what did we open in our pack? This is a very, very weak pack. Our rare being the Fateful Handoff, one of the worst rares in the format. Our retro card, not very good as well. Millstone, pretty weak. Best cards I see here are going to be like Lelorin, Disciple of History, 4-mana 3/3 Artifact Gravedigger of sorts. Reconstructed Thopter is like a fine artifact flyer. Shoot Down is okay. Stern Lesson's also fine. But yeah, overall this pack is just horrendous. I think I lean towards the Lelorin over of the any of the other options, even like the Artifact. I think the Lelorin's better enough over the Artifact that we'll take the white card here over the colorless. And a much, much better, wow, a fantastic second choice. Sheesh. Card quality here much higher than what we just saw. Pristine Talisman's decent. Thopter Mechanic's great. Zephyr Sentinel is great. Paratrooper great. Overwhelming Remorse great. 2 Weakstone Subjugation for some extra removal. So a lot of good choices here. I actually think that the Mechanic and the Sentinel are better choices than the Remorse this early, though all of them are fine options. Sentinel already has a little bit of synergy with Lelorin, as we can bounce the Lelorin to rebuy another card, but I'm not sure which one is actually the right choice between the two. I think you could take Remorse as well. And, well, I will say this. The nice thing about taking Remorse is that all of the other good cards in this pack are effectively blue, so you're not sending such a weird signal. But it is more important to read the signals in pack 1 than it is to pass them. So I will go ahead and take the Sentinel here and see if we can maybe keep doing that kind of thing. Pick number 3, got a Clear Cutter, solid ramp card, Argothian Opportunist. Great 3-drop in the green decks. Just gives you a Power Stone on a 3/2 body. Disenchant's alright. Another Shoot Down. So, once again, another pretty big drop-off in overall terms of power level. I think I like taking the Opportunist here. But that's more just because the pack, again, not very strong overall. And we'll just stay open. There's no reason to commit to anything. Okay. Two different ways to play this pick 4. We have Evangel of Synthesis, one of my favorite 2-drops. I think blue-black has been a very, very good color combination as of late. Or the other pick is going to be the Mask of the Jade Crafter, just a really good green value card. I mean, the Unearth looks expensive, but it's pretty easy to get a bunch, like 2 fat golems off of this card. So I think what fits better with what we've already taken is going to be the Mask of the Jade Crafter, although I do prefer Evangel of Synthesis. So we'll go with what we have already as opposed to maybe a card I like more. And yeah, we got rewarded here with a nice Bushwhack 5th pick. Good early, good late. Either you look for a land or you can fight a creature. We have a Spider here as well. This pack's pretty weak overall. Bushwhack, easily the best card, so good start for that. Chaplain's alright here as another good 3-drop value creature. Either enters as, what, a 3-mana 2/2 flyer, which is fine by itself, or you get a little bit of value, you get to dig for a creature that costs 3 or less. Good synergy with Mask and the Lelorin already, too. Into... I think we just go with Giant Growth here. I'm actually a decent fan of Springleaf Drum, but if we're going to end up in green, then I'd rather get the Citadel Stalwarts instead. So yeah, we'll just take the Giant Growth here. Fine combat trick. Okay, wow. 8th pick now. Thopter, Disenchant, Prison Sentence. Even a Rust Goliath's okay. I think the Prison Sentence is the best choice among these. We did see another Disenchant, or maybe even 2 of them, go around earlier, so there is the possibility of wheeling one of the Disenchants we passed, but this is the first Prison Sentence we've seen. Okay, Lauren's Escape versus Shoot Down. Let's take the first shoot down, as we've passed quite a few of those. This is the pack that had all of the blue in it. And we have a Pallbearer, Supply Drop, and a Pristine Talisman. I do like Talisman in a lot of decks, but not in like the green-white decks like this. But Supply Drop has been honestly pretty impressive. It does a lot of stuff. Like, it doesn't look all that amazing, but it's a combat trick because it has flash. It's an artifact to trigger anything that triggers when an artifact enters the battlefield, and it has the sacrifice draw card. So altogether, it's actually a pretty good package. Filler pack here for us. I guess we could, in theory, play the coding if I get a bunch of shoot downs and disenchants, but unlikely. Same thing with Rust Goliath. I think the green-white decks usually want to run like 15 or 16 lands, be super low to the ground. Spider Wheeling is actually really good too. Might play that. But we're looking for the cheap cards. I mean, Yojin Dissidence, the #1 card you want to see when you're in green-white. That's the 2-mana 1/1 for green-white that whenever an artifact enters the battlefield, you get to put a 1/1 counter on a creature. And so with things like Scrapwork Cohort, or even just like the Mask of the Jade Crafter we already have, it's very easy to snowball and kill people quickly. So I think green was a good sign. White seemed like a decent enough sign, getting those late prison sentence / disenchant cards in the same pack. And last few pickups do not matter. Pack 2. Ooh, we opened some good ones. The rare, not so good. I think this is a later pick generally. And even then, it's not very exciting, but got ourselves a Bauble, card that fits into every deck. Steel Seeker, one of the better 2-drops in the format. Fantastic value card, definitely the card that I will be taking here. But otherwise, Chaplain again another disenchant. Even Power Stone Engineers at 2-drops, all right. I think my pick order in this pack is like Steel Seeker, Bauble, Disenchant Chaplain. But yeah, pretty easy Steel Seeker here. Right now, our artifact count is like 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. So the Scrapwork Cohorts, if we can find them, are going to be pretty important, especially if we can get one of those green-white namesake uncommons. What are they called? Yojin Dissidence, I think, something like that. Ooh, we got past a Autonomous Assembler. That's another fantastic one. So this is really strange. If you look at the pack, the retro is still here because this is the retro rare. There's a regular retro. Does that mean they're... Did they take a common? Oh man, there's a Scrapwork. So this is the card I was talking about, the Cohort. This is one of the best commons in the format. But yeah, we'll just take the Autonomous Assembler. I'm not sure what they took over this, as this is playable even if you're not playing white as a 5-mana 4/5 Vigilance Pumper, but pretty happy to get that here. I do not like that we're losing Cohort, but I'm not going to pass what is a pseudo bomb. Speaking of pseudo bomb, there's a Mind's Eye we're getting 3rd pick. This card is very slow, but if the game goes on for any amount of time, it is very hard to beat, right? Like, you think about it, 5 mana, do nothing immediately. 6 mana, draw 1 card. 7 mana, 2 cards. 8 mana, 3 cards. 9 mana, 4 cards. So it is very strong. It's just very slow to get going. But I don't think we need to take any of the other cards here. Refractors are fine and all, but this has a huge amount of upside, so I think we're going to do that. Okay, Evolving Wilds here looks alright. So does the Recommission. Recommission gets better when we have extra Chaplains and stuff, but always nice to have at least one Recommission in the white decks, I think. Vanguard here is just a random 2-drop over another Refractor. It's a bunch of Refractors we've seen this pack. We'll see about this Mind's Eye. I don't know. Like I said, it's very slow, but damn is it powerful. Okay, next pick we have... Hey, finally, one of the stalwarts we were looking for. The Animist has been a pretty big underperformer. I liked this card a lot when the format first came out, but it's come down quite a bit in my opinion. I don't think it would be bad in our deck, I just think the Stalwart's better. Stalwart can lead to some pretty explosive draws, and you can easily cut some lands for it. This is a really nice pickup too, man. What is this? Pick 7, Argothian Sprite. One of the best 2-drops in the format. So frequently is this just like the all-star of a game, because there are so many artifact creatures. And it's a 2-drop that becomes a huge threat in the late game, so nice pickup there. Sideboard Deadly is okay. I don't think that's something we probably want to start in the main of this. Mass Production is fine, but I don't know, again, if that is where... if that's something we want to take for this particular deck. I think we'd rather just have another 2-drop. That or the Power Plant Worker is also fine. Actually, I guess I'd rather have the Power Plant Worker here. Flask is always fine as well. Maybe not in this deck particularly exciting, but it cycles for 2 mana. It does a little bit of fixing potentially, and we can get it like back with the Lauren. Oh, I do have a Spider in my board, don't I? Yeah, we could probably still be playing that other Spider. So we don't need to take the second Spider. We don't need to take the second Power Plant. Let's take our first Gnarl. Boots, another pretty unexciting card. I think it's okay if you have some crazy bombs like Platinum Angel or something, but generally not worth it. So pretty medium pack 2 overall, I would say, but we still have one more pack to potentially get some goodies to help round this out. And oh boy, did we not open a good one. This is another one of those worst rares in the format, the Stasis Coffin. Yeah. What do we got for us? We have an Epic Confrontation for some removal, some Aeronaut's Wings for a little bit of evasion plus damage push. Got to go with the removal spell here. How much do we have right now? We have like a Combat Trick, Bushwhack, Prison Sentence, Shoot Down. Confrontation, always nice. Okay, another solid pack here. Second Whack, second Lauren. Self-Assembler, surprisingly good now that I have the Autonomous Assembler too. Another Stalwart, Disenchant. This is actually kind of interesting. I think this is close between the Self-Assembler and the Disenchant now. I've passed on all of those Disenchants previously, and we don't have one yet, so... it's just so hard to pass the Self-Assembler when I already have these 2 5-drops. I think I have to go with the value there. Another Lauren, crazy. So is Lauren number 2 better than Chaplain? I don't think so. If you look at our deck, we don't have that many artifacts. We picked up some bigger artifacts, but I think the Chaplain here makes a little bit more sense. Gaia's Gift, my only other card I would take. Second Shoot Down or Aeronaut's Wings now? I guess the second Shoot Down replaces the Disenchant. That's probably alright. I don't know. This deck looks okay, but nothing amazing. But if we can just curve out, that frequently will be good enough, I assume. Altar of Dementia. That is another very spicy card. I don't think it fits every deck. For example, I don't think it's going to be very good in our deck, but this card is a card that can win out of nowhere. One of the best uncommons I found in this format is the Ironclaw Crusher. 4 mana, 2/5 that pumps is just really, really big for the mana cost. Another Opportunist here looks great. Fantastic after taking the Crusher. And all these 5 mana artifacts, actually, the Opportunist was one of the best. Wow, one of the best things we could get here. I think I take the third Opportunist over the second Stalwart, right? I mean, the second Stalwart's really good too. I don't need this Flask anymore. Oh, this is kind of close. think at the end of the day, I'd rather have the Opportunist, and there's also another Stalwart that can wheel. That's nice, though. That's real nice. Gaia's Courser, also not the worst pickup if we wanted to. I think all of our other 5-drops are slightly better just because of the synergy. But that's not bad. Oh, I guess we'd rather just take Evolving Wilds here. I think I might be cutting the Pallbearer and then running 16 lands like this. Not quite sure why I stuck with white. My white cards are not very good. My green is quite nice. Almost wonder if there was a world I could have ended up in like mono green, but we didn't see any Blanchwood armors or whatever to really put that over the top. If I wheel one of the other Stalwarts, what would I cut for it? Maybe the Spider now is not necessary. I could see cutting the Spider if we wheel one of the Stalwarts. Nothing going here. I don't think we're going to be playing the Dig Site. Just take the rare. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, that is crazy. Second Bushwhack and first Disenchant. Like I said, because we took the second shoot down, I don't think I need the first Disenchant as bad. Plus, the Bushwhack also lets me run fewer lands anyways, so it's kind of like a replaced different style Stalwart, and it's a removal spell. Yeah, there was some kind of world where I could have been mono green. Another, God, playable card here. Gaia's Gift, I want that too. So once again, I need to find like a cut. Maybe it's the supply drop. All right, looks like no second Stalwart on the wheel, but another Spider if we want. Hey, we did wheel it. Jeez. Can I even go 15 lands now? With 2 Bushwhacks and 2 Sataniel Stalwarts? I would still need to cut one card here, but man, the green was just flowing. I mean, the Mind's Eye is a lot more tempting here as well with 3 Opportunists. There's a part of me that just wants to go mono green. Like, I think that might be doable here. Maybe just splash the Lauren and the prison sentence. Yeah, maybe I splash those 2. Get the Mind's Eye in the deck, then maybe the Rust Goliath. Spider also fine, obviously. I guess the Wilds, or the Flask helps with fixing as another 2-mana artifact to get back with Lauren. Huh. Yeah, I guess with double Bushwhack as well and the double Stalwart, it's just too easy to play a couple of white cards if we want to. But I think we're just going to go with the value card and the removal spell and then just cut all those random other ones. So, what's it going to be? Spider, Pallbearer. I mean, again, with 3 Opportunists, it almost feels good to just run like the Onulet or the Goliath because they're easy to cast off of all these Power Stones. But I guess we have 4 5-mana artifacts if I try running the Mind's Eye, so maybe just the Spider's okay. Spider's also good with the double Bushwhack and the Confrontation for fight effects. Let's do that, and then we'll run Evolving Wilds and 15 others, but only really need 1 Plains. I don't have any self-mill, right? So that's a pretty spicy looking, effectively mono green deck. I like it. All right, submit this and let's go to round 1. All right, here we are for round 1 of this Brothers War draft with our almost mono green. deck. We're on the draw here. I think we're going to go bushwhacking for a plane since we can play the assembler on turn 2, potentially. Although I guess with the sprite, maybe now that's a better play instead. Turn 2 Thraxodemon in green-black. Okay. I guess I'm going to lead with the sprite here then. We're pretty close to just casting the assembler on turn 4 as the 5-mana play, so I think I like that. Confrontation, hold up, disfigure, sure. Yeah, I think we're just going to end up waiting. I mean, maybe it's 2 turns away now, but don't think the assembler on 2 is good enough. Obstinate Baloth, that is kind of annoying. Okay, remember, I guess maybe 15 land was still right when I have 2 Bushwhacks and 2 Stalwarts. I think after this game we're going to probably shave down. I'll just take another 6, go to 9. This feels bad. They're probably going to have like an overwhelming remorse for the assembler, and that's going to be game over. Hopefully they're just going to activate the dig site ability. Good. And if they have a way to just straight up kill my assembler, then at least we have Lauren to grab it back. I guess best case scenario, they go for like another epic confrontation. We get to giant growth our assembler. Do it. Confrontation. Okay. Well, I can't float in response, otherwise they get to... Jeez, they have a giant growth? It has to be giant growth if they're attacking with the Thraxodemon too, right? So let's block like this, assume it's giant growth. If it's Gaia's Gift, then they got me. Gross it was. But we still get to bring it back next turn. To our hand anyways. Alright. If they don't have anything, giant growth looks really good here. Beautiful. Into a nice shoot down target, which we have to shoot down, otherwise they start giving that flying. Another flyer? That is not a very good card, but it's gonna do some work here versus me. So it's a 3-turn clock after it attacks this turn. So instead of playing out the assembler, I think we need to go for the Mind's Eye then. And just hope to draw into an answer as quickly as possible. Because our assembler doesn't put on enough pressure. That works. That'll give reach. Can we hold? Yeah, I go to 3. Sculpting. Wait, what? They could have made a copy of this Swift Spear. What on earth is that play? Dude, the old Mind's Eye face off? That's kind of silly. But since they're the one that's put me on so much pressure, I can't actually do anything about it. Like, this is really bad for me to draw a bunch of cards, right? All right, I'm going to do one. And then we're going to chain off. This is so bad. I still don't know why they didn't make just another copy of the Swift Spear. All right, that worked out. And a clear cutter. They're tapping out, so they don't get to draw an extra card this turn. Okay. I have another shoot down in my deck. I wonder if we're supposed to keep doing this. I guess I'm supposed to, since it's their turn. And we have the board presence pressure, so... Nice. Okay, yeah, we might be able to wipe a lot of their board next turn. Mind's Eye versus Mind's Eye is freaking hilarious. Boulder Branch gains 6. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. We're going to chain off again. Nice. All right. So how much mana do I need? 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can do one more and they can't draw. Okay, so we start off with Confrontation here. Can I kill them this turn? If I supply drop this, that's 7, 14, 18, 21. Holy crap, I'm so close to killing them. Let's see. You know what I could also do? I could shoot down their clear cutter and then punch the... Yeah, let's do that. Let's put them on a very fast clock. 17 them this turn. Because now they kind of have to develop out to the board instead of holding up a bunch of card draw. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So it looks like they might try to draw 2 cards here. So again, we might as well do it since they can't in response. And let's see, Spider would block Crusher. Is there a way that I can make it where they have to go block, block? If I pump the Crusher with supply drop pre-combat, that's 6. Pump up the Opportunist. No, pump up the Lauren. That would be 10. No, they wouldn't have to block anything but Lauren then, would they? So I think we just attack with these. Yeah, let's just attack with these. There's a chance that they just take 12, but I think the spider is going to be jumping in front of one of these cards. Yeah, that's fine. Putting their golem back on the bottom. I'm going to go Steel Seeker into Lethal Automaton. Say go. And I don't think I want to give them any more cards this turn, so I'm going to hold up 1 mana and hope they don't have like an Aeronaut's Wings. More spiders, okay. Nice. They can animate the Foundry. But we have 3 lethal creatures now, right? We're gonna... So it depends on how many cards they draw off of this Mind's Eye. Like, if they might not draw any at all this turn. What a crazy game. Oh, they did draw. Okay, well then I'm gonna keep drawing as well. Okay. So maybe they have a Disfigure or Overwhelming in hand. Sure. Prison Sentence. Bottom the land. We can top the Opportunist. Attack with all. Do we just let the double chump happen? I think we're just going to pass priority here then. Because I think they clearly have the Disfigure or the Overwhelming Remorse. Or it can't be Remorse, they don't have enough cards in their graveyard. It was Disfigure. Knew it. I'm not going to save that. Okay. And again, do not want to give them extra cards when they're the ones so far behind. This all comes back to that turn that they copied my Mind's Eye instead of copying my Drake, and copying their Drake. I think they had the win if they had just done that initially. Crazy game. Let's take a peek at our sideboard, see if there's anything worth bringing in versus them. The boots look okay. Disfigure, go for the throat, confrontation. They actually don't have much to defeat a Rust Goliath. Oh, I guess their spiders with that confrontation are good versus Goliath. Yeah, wow. Not sure how we won that, but that was crazy. think on the draw especially we can go down to 15 lands. Strange game that was. Let's just bring in another spider. And move on to game number 2. They put me on the play. I might hold off on playing out our Steel Seeker since we know they have Disfigure. So maybe we wait until like turn 3 to play that. Yeah, I guess we'll just run it out for mana efficiency, though. Hope that they don't go Swamp Disfigure. They also have Go for the Throat, which we wouldn't do anything about anyways. Alright, I cut a land. Let's see if we can find a land next turn. Because this spider might have been the card that replaced it. So we'll see if I get punished. Did in fact get punished. Yikes. Do we want to go for this? I think I am. I'm going to Giant Growth here. And then Confrontation. Technically I lose on a damage, in a sense. Because I could have just done that before attacking, but I wanted to see if they blocked first. Oh, they just had Emergency Weld for it back. Okay. Found the land, though. Good. It's Prototype. Yeah, I'm going to put that in the graveyard. Even though it gives us white, I think that's a little bit too slow. Plus, we have Spider next turn to cast if I don't find a land. This might just be their Clear Cutter again. Yep. And they are missing land drops. Wow, I'm a genius. Look at that. This turns off all abilities too, right? Yeah, so we can actually go ahead and I think this is good. Sentence their Clear Cutter. Scry 2 and attack in. And those are some good hits. I guess I don't need Opportunist anymore, but we will keep the Power Plant. Okay, so the Might can kill the Prison Sentence. I could attack with both. I don't like that, though. I think we'll go ahead and just attack with the Prototype. They'll block with the Might, and then sack their Might to kill the Prison Sentence. And then we can just play the Mine Worker second main phase. That's great. Oh, no! I did not mean to click that in the graveyard. I meant to leave that on top, but that's fine. That gives us an artifact to get back with Lauren. I meant to keep that, though. You're supposed to click over here in the text box when you want to leave the card. Because if you click on the card and it's not a land, it gets put in the graveyard. Whoopsies. Alright, a couple of cards will just win the game here, basically. Any removals? That was not the one I was talking about. That is good, though. So, probably going to end up trading our Prototype for their Baloth here, would be my guess. Because the Baloth and the 1/1 token are going to jump in front of this as Likely. Oh, no, they didn't. So they must have their epic confrontation in their hand. I'm going to go ahead and shoot down their clear cutter. Get them off some more mana. Maybe they have a shoot down. Even if they shoot down one of these, I still get to attack with the other. Yeah, they got rid of the power plant. That's fine. We'll Lauren back our assembler. Titania's command. Oh my god. Well, that's disgusting. Ugh. So let's order this first, where we tutor for the prototype. Then we look for a land. We do not want that. Sheesh. Okay, this game is going to start going a little bit long, it feels like. This is where Aeronaut's Wings would be really good. Also, can't seem to find any lands here. There we go. Sculpting steel on my assembler. That means we can resolve our mind's eye and start doing work on that. Maybe we wait one more turn. Let's mask and try to find at least one more land. Good. Now we can spider here. Pass and activate our assembler. That doesn't matter. Oh, this board is gonna get crazy fat. Oh, that's right, I can pump up this one too. Yeah, it's probably worth pumping up the other one at least once. Oh, wait, didn't they have Mishra's Foundry? They can actually pump up their land, too, if they find it. That's great. Okay, they can't attack into my Recluse, but they can put their Titania's command back on the in the bottom. Yeah. What a crazy, crazy game. I'm going to end up decking out is my guess. But I have to keep going for it. We're already 10 cards down on them, so. Oh boy. Sheesh. I guess I found all the lands. Do we want to make a fat Mask of the Jade Crafter, I guess? Because they don't have many artifacts, so pumping up the sprite's not that impressive either. We need to find our Gaia's Gift to give something a huge buff with Trample, I guess. is probably going to be our best course of action. I have a bunch of, bushwhacks and stuff left over as well. Definitely don't need a 1/1. Oh my gosh, this is such a crazy game. Everything looks so teeny on the board. They milled an honor guard. Yeah, they pump their assembler. I think I'm supposed to keep drawing. Holy crap! 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's only one land left in my deck. Okay. Well, there it is. Sheesh. I guess I need to try to trade this away for their recluse so I can make a bigger attack later on. Although maybe it was better to wait for me to find my Gaia's gift to do this. I don't know. All right, they can put my mask on the bottom too. Yeah, this was kind of loose play. But with the spider gun, I can kind of... No, not even. They still have too much fat. And they kept something on top. Holy crap, what is this game? Okay, that's good. That is a start. That's going to allow us to actually start attacking in with a few other things as well. Ooh, I hope they go for Epic Confrontation and we get to blow them out with Supply Drop. That's totally what this is. They can make this a 9/11. I can pump this up to a... Yeah, we get them good. Right, this doesn't work. So now I have a 7/8. And then Supply Drop makes it a 9/10, and they can only pump that up to a 9/11. So I think we can go for the kill next turn. Oh wait, what? Am I crazy? Oh. Maybe I just did terrible math. I guess that was probably more likely the case. I can't math for some reason. Why did I think I could do that? Did I not count the Epic Confrontation? I guess maybe I didn't. Huh. All right, anyways. Can we still kill them? I can shoot down this, kill one of their other creatures. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'd have 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be lethal. pumps the Steel Seeker to make everything at least 2 power, mostly 3. That should be exactly lethal if I did my math right. Because the Sprite I can pump up, so I only have 2 creatures with 2 power, which means a 2, and a 3 get through. Two, 2, 3. I count 7. I'm passing priority here. Two, 2, 3. Well, that's not going to do anything. All right, what a freaking match. Crazy game. That was round 1. Whew. We got it, though. 1-0. Round 2, we go after that crazy first round. On the draw here, I forgot to cut the land for another spell, so we're back on 16 lands, but this looks like it will be okay. Red, green. So ideally we don't draw many more lands, but what will we find? Blazing or Blitz Automaton, turn 3 for the opponent. Maybe we can draw one of our 5-drop artifacts off the top. That would be good. Ideally, I don't have to shoot down the Blitz Automaton. If they offer the trade, I'll probably block. So you're playing friend. What you got going on over here? All right, they finally made a play. Evolving Wilds and Crackit. Grabbing a white source. Ooh, into an Aeronaut's Wings. They might not even attack anymore then, huh? Oh, wait, what? Maybe they have Giant Growth? I guess I don't mind them using it if they do. A little bit surprised they're offering the trade when they have wings, but... So shoot down looks like a pretty good target for the wings at a later date. We'll probably just play out the Recluse next turn unless I draw one of my 5-drops. Sure, they are going to use Giant Growth. I'm okay with that. Well, we really need this spider not to die this turn because I have 3 different ways to interact with it. So... cross your fingers that they don't cast a Excavation Explosion this turn. That would be pretty miserable for me. Okay. Land number 5. I can't block if they attack. Not with my hand. So we'll just take 3 if they attack. That's fine. Yep. And pass? Not even equipping. What? I think if they're going to do that, I'm just going to pass back and assume they have like an Unleashed Shell in hand. Yeah, let's just pass. We'll Giant Growth in response to Unleashed Shell. And then we'll still be able to hold up a guy as... Oh, they actually had nothing. Wait, what? Hello? Now I'm just confused. Now I'm just extremely confused at what's going on in this game. All right, they are making a play. I like opponents that... Oh, no, I lied. They take it back. Foundry Inspector, sure. Still no equipping of the wings is really scaring me. Yeah, I'll block now and just use Giant Growth. Good. Are they going to equip? Yay, they did it. Woo! And yeah, like I said, I think we're killing the wings here. Ooh, that was a good draw too, actually. Well, now we're going to go with Autonomous. Because the spider still blocks if we want it to, and just getting the assembler online seems really good. Plus, we still get to hold open gift. I don't think we want to confront their inspector. I think we just assembler pass. No attacks. And if they don't do something pretty impressive here, this will end the game very quickly. Raise to the ground is their big play. Okay. So raise to the ground can't be countered, but you can counter raise to the ground with hexproof. Funny how that works. Only one card left in their hand. Wow, good draw too. Okay. So I think I like shooting now with Epic Confrontation, because if they had Disenchant, they would have already used it in response to my gift. So we can punch their Inspector, smack in for 8, and then play Mind's Eye. And let's start getting a bunch of value starting next turn. Nice, and they just scooped it up. Perfect. Okay. Nice little round, or game one there in the second round. Like I said, cut a land, bring in a second spider. And I need to remember to make that swap before we go to the third and final round. Game number 2 here of round number 2. We do have one of our stalwarts in our opening hand this time, although it doesn't look very good otherwise, but keepable enough. Hopefully we find one of our Argothian, whatever they're called. It's the 3 mana. 3 mana make a Power Stone doo-doos. Supply drop is surprisingly okay as well. I can just run out the supply drop on turn 3, and that gives me a way to play the assembler on potentially turn 4, because you can tap the supply drop for mana off the stalwart. Aha, they also have autonomous. Hey, there's that opportunist I was asking to draw. Well, that thing is going to get a little bit crazy pretty quickly. Oh, geez. I can't supply drop here. So they get to kill my stalwart. Oh, they're making a power stone. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's really good for us then. They're scared. They didn't even attack. So I think what I actually like doing now is instead playing out supply drop, pumping up, and then bushwhacking their assembler before they can untap and start leveling it up. Nice little combo of sorts there. That does mean they're probably going to do some scary things with Power Stone, but, I mean, at least our stalwart didn't die. Yeah, that's fine. Another bushwhack, a good draw. All right. And let's go grab Mr. Assembler of our own. Yeah, that self-assembler pickup was super good. They did have an Unleashed Shell. Maybe not in their hand that previous game, but in their deck at least. Alright, so now we can go Assembler this turn. Yeah, I'm okay bushwhacking here on their Foundry Inspector, just to play it a little bit safe. If they have a Blitz Automaton again, I would probably end up trading. That's a nice draw as well. All right, so now we should be pretty good to go. I guess technically I'm supposed to attack with my assembler before doing anything else, aren't I? Because I can pump it into a 5/6 during combat, so even if they double block, especially with the giant growth draw. All right, looking good, feeling good. Opponent's got one card left in their hand. So assuming it's not some crazy bomb, game should be over in pretty short order, I would think. We're going to leave back the Recluse. I don't want to trade it for their Perimeter Patrol when we know they have a Wings in their deck. Well, maybe a second Wings, I should say. Oh, no, just one. I don't know. Never mind. The point is, we're just attacking with our Vigilance creature. All right, if they don't draw anything this turn, that'll probably be the end of it. They're casting something here. Epic Confrontation, my Spider. All right, that's good enough. 2 for 1 if they don't have anything. And they haven't had anything the last few turns, so I'm guessing that's going to be all she wrote. Sure. That was always going to kill that anyways, so no big deal there. Alright, so let's start off by sacking the supply drop. Finding a Lauren, huh? Well, that's pretty good. You know what I could actually do? I could get back the self-assembler instead of the autonomous assembler, because we also have the power plant worker in our deck as well. So I could grab a 4/4 and a 6/6 instead of grabbing the assembler. I kind of like doing that, actually. Oh, I should have played this land out, because if I draw a land next turn, I would have been able to go double 5-drop. Ooh, that's not a bad draw. It's just going to be a turn too late. They only have 6 mana, so they can't pump it this turn. So I get to attack in with all these. Well, wrong land anyways. Yeah, it feels like this game was probably over if they had just engineered my Stalwart on whatever turn 3. But they opted to make a Power Stone. Alright, opponent. You cannot do anything. Just give me priority. Alright, they finally gave me priority. We get to attack with all of our non-stalwart creatures. Go grab our last creature, go tutor for the plains, pass the turn. Alright, GL, let's see what you drew. And it's just another land, and that will do her. Nice. We're going to start off with a clean 2-0 here. Let's see if we can trophy with our almost mono green deck. I will remember to swap out a land as well for spider number 2. All right. And game number 3, round number 3, rather. I did make the swap of land for spider number 2, so looks like that is already in action. We could give it a turn or two if we want to decide on bushwhacking or not, because if we just draw a land, then there's no need to, but I guess we'll go ahead and grab the plains now, since we drew another 3-drop. This hand really wants to draw some of our artifact creatures, doesn't it? Opportunist, opportunist, opportunist. Another bushwhack. I think that one we hold on to. If we brick on turn 4, what we can do is cast bushwhack and then play out another opportunist, but for now, this should be good enough, right? Yeah. OP has the dream. They have the turn 3 Warlords Elite off of a 1-drop, 2-drop. That's really good. Gruesome, draw 2 cards. Okay. Be terrifying if they missed a land drop here, because that would mean they have nothing but spells in their hand. That was a pretty good draw, actually. Yeah, I guess we're hungry for mana here, so let's go ahead and bushwhack, grab another land, and then opportunist number 2. I'm surprised they didn't trade off their, or rather, they didn't sack their bauble. Why are they not getting rid of their bauble? And then they discarded a land? What is happening here? They're scaring me. That's fine. Take 4, I go to 12. Now they're activating bauble. Okay. So they know I'm drawing giant growth. That's kind of awkward for them. I think I still want to get out the Stalwart this turn instead of holding open the Giant Growth, though. And then I'm okay just trading this off. The Giant Growth will still be good later, and we have Lauren to bring back the Self-Assembler in a pinch. That was another really good draw. Alright, so we get to go Autonomous here and just pass, holding up Gaia's Gift now. And the Assembler by itself might just win the game. If they don't have removal, it's going to win. If they do have removal, they're going to need 2 pieces. Here comes a Power Stone Fracture, it looks like. So I do have to tap my Assembler for mana to cast the gift this turn, which means they could hit me for 4, but that's fine. Another Spider off the top. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess a Spider's a better play here than the Opportunist. Red. Scary. Come on, play some nasty artifact that I can shoot down. Queen Kayla. Uh-oh. So that's their splash card. That can start to get pretty problematic. Ah, that we'll deal with that just nicely. Okay, so let's attack in with both here. The Spider and the Assembler. They don't have great blocks on either. And then let's sentence Queen Kayla to the Prison Realm. Get some scry action. Don't need lands. We might even end up just like shooting down their Mutt or their Mine Worker. Ooh, that's actually a little bit scary. Good thing they don't have another red source. That was very close to lethal. So, I think here we just exile Mutt. And then attack with just the Self-Assembler. And force them to chump it with one of their better creatures. Since the Mutt has the Unearth ability. So they can go back up to 7, that's fine. But we're playing it a little bit conservatively here. And they're still on perma-chump mode on the Assembler anyways. So Genius and Queen Kayla are the red splashes. Otherwise, they look like black-white. Little did they know, I'm only running 15 lands. All right, red-white aggro of sorts. Onulet can come in here if we want to. I think over Mind's Eye might actually be right. This, again, this card is real slow, and they're a little bit faster. Oh, the Deadly 2 actually looks kind of good. The shoot down number 2 didn't look all that impressive, but Deadly here looks good versus them. Let's do that. Go to game 2. Okay, going on to game 2 here. They've put me on the play. Interesting again. Our hand is okay. It's a little bit mana heavy, but the Bushwhack we can just use as a removal spell instead. There's a chance I mask as a 3/3 on turn 3. If I don't find like an Opportunist to do instead. But yeah, Opportunist off the top would be great. Onulet. Yep, I'm okay just getting on the board then. Is this exciting? No. Is it going to be the play I make? Just did it. If they play like a Genius, we can punch it. If they play Queen Kayla, we can punch it. Very good. Now we can start playing 5-drops. That's very nice. Four lands pass. Let's go ahead and tutor up our autonomous. And they had a raise to the ground on the token to also draw a card. Nice. But if they don't have much, they are going to lose in about 2 turns here. Actually, they might just be dead next turn. We have 10 damage with Prison Sentence able to remove one of their creatures. Oh, I think I cut one of my shoot downs, didn't I? Darn. So be it. This is still pretty backbreaking for the opponent, it feels like. They just haven't done anything. We can still tap our Autonomous Assembler for mana off of the Stalwart, notably, since that's the ability of the Stalwart and not the Assembler. Mishra's command to kill my Assembler and Rummage. So they need to find something here, otherwise they just die. But if it's just a creature, they die to the Prison Sentence anyways. Ah, deadly, okay. So they're not straight dead. We want to play out our Opportunist here instead of Spider, since after the Onulet attacks, it will be lethal by itself. Was this like a... Okay, Trench Stalker. And that'll be game. GG's. All right, clean little 3-0-6 there. 3-0-6-0 with a nice, effectively mono green deck. That worked a lot better than I thought it would. I mean, Assembler was amazing. Mind's Eye was super fun in a couple of those games. So, good stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for watching here on the Card Kingdom YouTube channel. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all of your Magic card related needs. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.